Hey, what is going on, guys? It's me, Parksy here, your coach of the Ariados, and today we are going to be I'm going through my week 5 match versus Ash's Claw. If you guys have not already checked out my video of Ash's Claw with our randomized RUTs, make sure to go check that out. And we're going to be going through his team. If you guys do enjoy the video at any moment, make sure to go and leave a like and a subscribe. Also, comment down below. I just got my STL Season 2 team builder out, and it should be starting very soon if it hasn't already started yet. So that's going to be pretty cool. Hope you guys are looking forward to that. And also maybe, a little wink wink nudge nudge to DGBA Season 4. Of course, when All Justice on the Moon comes out, I might be participating in that, hopefully, for a little bit more than 1 week. But last week we came off a win against Fly Zone. We managed to beat them 4-0, I believe, so we are currently the top team of the league. We are plus 13 differential with 4 wins, 0 losses. And Mega Tyranitar is like one of the strongest, it has the best win to loss ratio, I'm pretty sure. It has been sent to 4 games, it's died twice, and it's got 7 kills. So Mega Tyranitar so far is one of the biggest MVPs in this. And I really did not or expect it to do so well. I'm pretty surprised, but you know what, maybe down the line I might draft Mega Tyranitar again, because it's done work in this draft, and hopefully it can do work against Ash's Claw. So let's go through his team. So his first mon was Kartana. This thing can sweep my team pretty efficiently if, excuse me, if I do get my birds worn down enough. Volcarona is next. If I get up Stealth Rocks, this thing can it's not really much of a threat. I do have Goodra, which can basically sponge every single time I hit this thing wants to do. Gastrodon's pretty bog standard Pokemon, just a very good wall. Only weak to Grass type. It gets reliable recovery, but I think the one kicking the teeth about Gastrodon is that it can't set up rocks, so that's what's kind of annoying about it. Araquanid is a Z user, and it's going to be super annoying because originally I was like, why Z Araquanid, why not Z Volcarona? But Tritium Z Liquidization destroys my entire team. I'm pretty sure my best switch into that is Goodra. I might actually be Tangela, but I'm pretty sure it does like over 60% to Tangela, which is probably physically defensive, so that's insane. Next up, Strudagon doesn't get Dragon Dance, a pretty bulky low tier dragon type Pokemon that is one of the very few Pokemon that actually gets Stealth Rocks. It can phase with things like Dragon Tail and Roar, I believe it gets, and it can also do Glare, so it has got some utility. Next up is Girder, and this is his most recent exchange. He actually exchanged this a few days before we had our battle, so I was like, okay, Girder's probably going to come against me. Doesn't really seem like too much of a threat, just a very bulky fighting type Pokemon with a decent amount of coverage with things like Knockoff and Poison Jab it could get, so I have to be careful with my Gardevoir. If I do send this thing in, I have to be careful of Poison Jab coming off this Pokemon. And the next Pokemon that we have got is Nihilego. You guys know that Nihilego actually proved itself pretty good in the last few rounds of the SDL Season 1. Nihilego is just a very bulky Pokemon on the special side. Can't really take physical hits very well. And it's actually pretty quick with base 103 speed, so it can outspeed many Pokemon those base 100s, and also something that I found quite nice about it is that I can outspeed Garchomp. So when I was going against Sita, I brought that max speed and I brought so I could outspeed Garchomp, so that was very nice. Cresselia is just a very bulky Pokemon. These guys do not know the inside rule about Draft League. Do not draft Cresselia because it is an absolute nightmare to take down. Dark type attacks do literally nothing to this thing. They might as well just be neutral hits to a normal Pokemon because Cresselia is so bulky. Talking about bulk, we have got Gligar, one of the bulkiest Pokemon in RU, that a Violite really helps it out. It can defog and set up rocks. It can also be immune to poison because it does have the ability immunity. However, if it does have the ability immunity, it cannot use defog, so that's something you gotta consider. Also, a really good knockoff user alongside Girder, which you can do. Mr. Mouse, pretty weird Pokemon, just a good low tier fairy type Pokemon. Got some pretty good coverage. It can get like Magical Leaf. And also it has got Technician boosted attacks, so things like Magical Leaf that would have been base 60 attacks are now boosted by 1.5 as long as they're below 60 base power. So Magical Leaf is actually going to be doing about 90 damage, which is like Giga Drain damage, I'm pretty sure. And finally is this Mega As you're going to see Europe through here. I don't know who put that down, maybe JP. We've got Mega Manectric, just a very fast electric type Pokemon. Proved itself time and time again to be a very good Pokemon. Managing to get off Intimidates and just Volt Switch. It's a very good Pokemon for Volt Turn combos. And it's got some pretty good coverage with Signal Beam with Flamethrower, nothing really special. Pretty two-dimensional Pokemon. But I personally like using Substitute Manectric. I've used that in Gen 7 OU once or twice, and I've also used it for us OU. I've used that like several times, and some Manectrics on it is pretty underrated, but Ashes, if you watch this video, you better bring some Manectric because that thing does work. So my first Pokemon I decided to bring was Quantum, my Zapdos with the weirdest EV spread you're ever going to see. 248 HP, 80 defense, 52 special attack, 116 speed def, and 12 speed to avoid Pokemon from outspeeding me. Don't ask me why I have these weird EVs, I can honestly not tell you. If you guys do not know about it now, I'm the worst for team builders because I'm like, yeah, I put these investments onto the Pokemon, but I don't know why. I'm pretty sure this is so I can live a liquidization from a water bubble boosted water. What's other? I know it's water plate, but there's also like this water gem thing that you can get. It's that water thing, that's gonna annoy me, but it boosts water type moves by 1.2 times, so I can run that, plus water bubble, plus stab. I can live one attack from that. I have got discharge and heat wave. No Volt Turn, unfortunately, this week, or Volt Switch, I should say. I've got Roost for 11 recovery and defog, as per usual. Unfortunately, I didn't bring Moltres this week, but I've got its little brother. I guess little brother, maybe older brother, I don't really know. They're brothers anyway, but we've got our next Pokemon, Chrysalis. This is an epic Registeel set to counter the Volcarona, which my team is so scared of going against. I've got Hidden Power Fire, which Oko's Kartana, which Oko's Kartana. Rock Tomb does minimum of about 65% to a max speed, max special attack. Volcarona, I can set up Rocks. Rocks are pretty scary against his team because he only has Gligar for defog, and I think he might have another Pokemon for defog support. He's got Katana, which can learn defog, but apart from that, he's mostly going to be relying on Gligar for defog, but I fully expect Gligar to come. We just got a max special, or max defense Registeel, so we can take a liquidization from the Araquanid. Next up we got Scolipede with our Wartrinium Z, so we can hit the Gligar. We've got Aqua Tail, Mega Horns, Protect, and Sword Stance. This Pokemon gets up enough Sword Stances, then it can sweep this team, and if we get this +1 speed boost, then we can activate the Katana. We've got Week 4 MVP, the Goodra with the Assault Vest. It's so hard not to run Assault Vest Goodra because it's so good. This helps me just literally sponge hits from the Jolteon, because my team, apart from that, no other member of my team manages to take a hit from Jolteon. So this Pokemon literally takes about 8% from Jolteon, so that's insane. So I've got Power Whip, Flamethrower, Rock Slide, and Dragon Pulse. Actually, no, it's not Jolteon. I'm getting that confused with Flyzone. Mega Manectric, I mean, sorry. But we've got a weird EV spread. We have got a lonely Goodra with a minus defense, yet I've invested 80 into it, you may be asking. But basically, there's no stat that I can deduct. Because defense, I need the defense so I can live a hit from Araquanid. I need the special defense so I can take special attacks better. So I just decided to make it a lonely Goodra, but add up the defense so that I've got natural defense. I've got enough speed on this Goodra so I can outspeed some of those other threats. So I can outspeed a Gligar, I believe. And hopefully this thing can be doing work. I've got Rock Slide for the Volcarona, the Power Whip for the Gastrodon, the Flamethrower for the Katana, the Dragon Pulse is just for general stuff. The Rock Slide also helps out with the Araquanid. Next up we've got Grimlock, the Pokemon that has done work for my Week 3 battle versus Infernia. It is a Dragon Dancing Sweeper set with Punch, Stone Edge, and Fire Punch. If I can get a Dragon Dance up, this is about as good as over if my opponent is not going to be bringing Gastrodon with them. And finally I've got Psychic, the Slowbro, the Tangyberry Slowbro, so I can take a Leech Life from a Choice Banded Araquanid, or a Bugginian Z Araquanid if he decides to bring that. Fully defensive, and I've got Carmine Slakoth, Psyshock, and Ice Beam. We were going to run Scald, but me and my partner Requez, who helped me build, decided it would be better to run Ice Beam just for a few of his Pokemon like Trotagon, and for Gligar it helps hit those Pokemon harder. So there are there were a few threats on this team that I was super scared about him bringing. One was Kartana, that's linked to my team. Another Pokemon, the most scary member of this team was Volcarona because I really did not have a good response. If Goodra got worn down, I think it's sweep. Gastrodon was a nightmare because I only had Power Whip on Goodra to deal with that Pokemon. And I can kind of just Toxic Stall the entirety of my team. Scolipede can't really do much to that, and that's the only Pokemon on my team that resists poison, apart from Registeel, which yet again can only trade Toxics with Gastrodon. And there's the Araquanid is also a huge threat versus my team because nothing with Ultra EMC liquidization, like it does about 40% of Slowbro, I'm pretty sure, so that thing is still really hurts a fully physically defensive Slowbro. We're gonna go to the battle now, and I just want you guys to know this is a huge game for me. It was a scary matchup. I was only one of the two teams remaining that hadn't lost a single game. It was only me and Ranata up to this point. So let's get to this battle. So guys, here's the team, and Ash has decided to bring the Heligo, Kartana, Gastrodon, Gligar, Girder, and Manectric. Now, I noticed about this team that it doesn't have much reliable recovery, so potentially my Slowbro can just kind of stall out. I felt like I had a good matchup this week. If you see my team in proportion to his, like you've got a giant bird, a metallic robot, a giant bug, a super huge dragon, a ginormous mountain dragon sort of thing, and then you have also got a huge, what even is Slowbro? I don't even know, just huge pink monster versus a wee wafty lady thing, an origami paper thing, a slug, a bat, a bodybuilder, which to be fair, Girder is kind of scary, and then a wee doggo. Like, the team that I brought looked far more scarier than Ash's, just on appearance, I'm gonna say. But let's go. So we're gonna go play. As he does sound like Manectric, he's just deciding to get off a fastball switch and get off his Mega, I presume. So I go into Goodra predicting this, as he is going to get his Mega off. This is kind of unfortunate that he got the attack drop, because this means that my Power Whip cannot OHKO Gastrodon anymore. Also, we didn't bring Volcarona, which is annoying because I prepared so much for that, and also Cresselia because my Mega Tyranitar was the only thing. It was the only reason why I really brought Mega Tyranitar was to try and handle the Cresselia. So he goes out into Gligar, and this Pokemon is just a huge problem for my team. I go in to discard my Scolipede, as I know I can take whatever hit this Pokemon wants to go for. I was quick at eating it up. Knockoff, I have my Z Crystal, so that's going to be doing next to nothing. As he does go into Girder, I decide to get up my Sword Stance because I know that this Gligar cannot do anything, and this Girder is the only Pokemon standing in my way to destroy his entire team. Once I defeat this Girder, then I should be good. So I go for my Water and EMZ. I'm like, okay, this will do quite a lot of damage, as it does do about 75-76% of damage, and he decides to show that he's got Stone Edge, which is super unfortunate because Scolipede is yet again going to be pretty useless this battle. It did get off some pretty good damage versus Girder, but yeah, I'm not even sure. I'd like to think that that crit didn't matter with Scolipede, but I can't be 100% sure. I hope it didn't matter, because that would have been annoying because it could have swept his team, because he didn't have any priority on his team apart from Girder. But I go into Quantum my Zapdos as he decides to go into his Gligar here. So I go for the Discharge. He makes a very safe play on the Gligar, so good on his part. I have recorded a video with Ashes before, so I knew he was going to be a very tough opponent. So I go for my default versus this Gligar, as he does go for his Toxic onto this thing. So that's super annoying, because Zapdos is my only real counter to the Kartana, and I really do not want to get him worn down. However, I do have a Sacred Sword Registeel from this Kartana, so that's super good as well. So I go into Slowbro, or Psychic my Slowbro, as he gets that Rocks again in the Gligar, so that's super annoying because he was just planning to Toxic Stall me. So he gets Toxic off of my Slowbro as well, as I finally decide to show off that I've got the Ice Beam. So I go and take down my Gligar, so it is a 5v5 now. His Kartana came in here and just fired off Stab Leaf Blaze, as you're gonna say Hughes in the corner. These guys can't see it, but I can see it. He said Rip Scolipede because he had it. So I decided to stay on my Slowbro. I know at max when he's only going to be doing about 40% of his Girder with a knockoff. So I go for the Psyshock and take down 2 Pokemon. And Sidekick is, you know, he's coming in, he's coming through. He's being a good mon, so he gets 2 kills. So here comes the Kartana, and this is the super scary Pokemon. I have got Sap Sipper Gudra though for this Pokemon, so if he decides to go for the Stab Leaf Blade, which I fully expect him to, I will get my +1 attack boost, and then I should be able to Oko the Gastrodon with the Power Whip. Unfortunately, he has got X Scissor and the Life Orb Kartana, so he's going to be able to pick up the kill on my Gudra, and this is when you're slowly going to realize that my team has got nothing for this Kartana. So he gets a +1 attack boost, and I'm like, okay, Zapdos, you can live at stabs, so I'll send you in, and I'll try to go for my Heat Wave, as you are going to see him actually have the Psycho Cut, so that knocks out my Zapdos. So now I really do not have anything for this Pokemon. I lose to the +2, Registeel with Sacred Sword gets knocked out. I fully expect this Pokemon to have Sword Stance 3 attacks. I didn't expect him to have Psycho Cut on it, but you're gonna see he's got Sacred Sword, Smart Strike, X Scissor. Did he show his 4th move? I don't believe he did. He might have fully well had he might have had what was I gonna say? He might have had Sword Stance in the set because I only managed to see 3 of his moves, but he's just going to end up sweeping with this Kartana, so that means that Rataman is now the only person that has that hasn't yet got a loss, because we did this super early. We did this like at the very end of week 4, so no one even has done like their battle remotely close to ours. So he's going to end up sweeping me, and of course, if Rattata wins his battle versus Justin, then that means that he is going to be in the team with 5-0, and we're going to be kicked out of #1 spot. But anyway, I can't complain because I'm still like in playoffs very securely, and I only really have to fear losing to Rayquaza. And well, I have got a few hard weeks coming up. I still have to battle Rayquaza, Hughes, Rataman, and then my final week is MX3. So those are super scary matchups. So I might not make the playoffs, but if I manage to get maybe 2 more wins, then with 6 wins and 4 losses, I probably should be able to make the playoffs, as long as my differential is positive and everything is good, and I should be able to make the playoffs. Thanks guys for watching this video. As always, I appreciate you for watching it. If you did enjoy, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Goodbye.